Okay, so here's myth number 4, and this is a very important one because we're talking about a major Medicare scam that goes on in the marketplace. And the myths are brokers allowed to cold call you? Can they call you on the phone without your permission? And that happens all the time. I'm only 53 and I get 5 calls a week from Medicare brokers.
It's happening right now all over. There's scam calls going on.
Yep.
I went to file a claim with the Attorney General and I looked at it, went back and checked all my notes. They're all different numbers.
Yeah, they call you from spoof numbers.
One is from the school.
Right.
Another one is from a carpet cleaner. Another one is from, I forgot.
Yeah.
But I can tell when they start out, that's when I go to the end and then I put block.
Right, that's what I do too. So you already know the myth, but just to cover it real quickly, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services has strict marketing guidelines that prohibit brokers from calling you without permission. That's why when you came to my Medicare table, I had to have you fill out a permission to contact, which is a Medicare rule. I am not allowed to contact you unless you give me written authorization to. And once we get to the next step, if I end up showing you a plan and talking about benefits for you, we are also going to have to do a recorded scope of appointment. This is where I record you giving me authorization to show you plan benefits. If any broker doesn't do these 2 steps, they're out of compliance with Medicare, and either 1, they may not actually know what they're doing, or 2, they're just going to be scamming you, and you really got to be careful. So make sure you're working with the broker that's going to both get you to fill out a permission to contact and do a scope of appointment before they show you benefits. It's an extremely important part of the enrollment process. And they really put that together to protect you as the consumer. It makes it a little bit difficult on us as brokers to have to jump through all of these hoops, but it's designed to protect you, to make sure you're dealing with actual licensed brokers who are going to take care of your needs and find the plans most appropriate for you.
Well, most of these guys that I'm getting calls from, say, wait a minute, they have a planned approach. They say, I'll give you a supervisor.
Yeah.
Give me a supervisor and I can't understand them, number 1.
Right.
And how are you today? You know, all that stuff. I said, is this the insurance part? I said, yeah, I passed. I got good insurance. I'm gone.
Yeah. And here's the other 2 things to be careful of, or one to know, one to be careful of. Never say your full name to them and never answer anything with yes. Because one of the scams they actually do is they'll record you saying your name and they'll record you saying yes, and they can use that recording to enroll you in an automated system without you even knowing it. My senior brokers had that happen to a couple of their clients, and it's a nightmare to reverse it once it happens because then you're out of the eligibility periods to change plans, and it's just a real hassle. So there's that. And then the other, one of the big things they're using right now as part of the scam is there was over the past couple of years, there's been a lot of food benefits on a lot of different plans. And they'll call you, we can get you $100 worth of free groceries a month. That's one of the things they use as a lead in. And then you say, yeah, I want that. Well, then they'll use that to enroll you into a plan that does offer that benefit, but you don't know if they have your prescriptions or your doctors or anything else. So you don't know if the plan's a right fit for you. They just get you based on one thing. So that's the way one of the scams work, to be very, very aware of.
Well, the other ones are now home improvement. Medicare has changed their rules. What was the third one? I can't, it's just, I must get 8, 9 calls a day on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
She gets them too, and I worry about when she gets them.
Yeah. No, I know. It's a major concern in the marketplace, and we're trying to do steps to prevent it. But as you said, they use spoof numbers. There's really just no way to track them down most of the time. So there's not a lot we can do about it, but educate you on how to avoid it. So.